morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Maias Tarot. I'm Maya, and today we are going to be looking at just messed up the deck. Today we're going to be looking at how you're showing up in the situation. It is morning time. I just woke up. I've been so excited to do this video. And today's my only day off, so we're getting right to it. I'm hoping to get like 3 videos done today so that I can like put out some more stuff. But yes, please like, comment, and subscribe if it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, please feel free to leave the reading where it is. Like I've said before, there are plenty of readings out here on the interwebs, and I'm sure there's something out here for you that will resonate. So if this doesn't, just leave it, and leave it for the person that it is meant for. With that being said, we're going to get right into it. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So let's just get right into it. I'm not sure why, but for some reason, when I was pulling like my little crystal gems, I was really called to pull a coin as of late. I don't know if it's just because I'm a little like obsessed with money and finances right now, but maybe you're also into that. But I like how the crystal that came out for you kind of matches this color scheme that we got going on. I'm gonna take a sip of my beverage. I hope you have a beverage as well. I'm sipping on some iced coffee. You already know what it is. If you drink coffee, you already know. First few sips of the day. Hitting on an empty stomach. Yo, different. Happy also, by the way, I didn't say this in the beginning of the video, but I'll say it here now. Happy last day of February. Happy last day of Black History Month. There is a lot going on in the astrals right now. There's like 5 planets, I think, lined up or something. Something's going on today. So if you know a little bit more about the astrology side of things, is it astrology? Yeah, just like the planets, what's going on in the sky right now. If you know a little bit more about that, then maybe that can also tie into this energy, and please feel free to also comment that down below. I would love to know more about what's going on in the sky right now. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get started. Group number 1, let's see what we got for you. For your crystal, you got vanadinite. Interesting. It says, what is it? Playful. Actually, let's just flip everything and then we can start reading more into it. Okay, for your card, you got the storyteller. This is your archetype card. So this is pretty much really how you're showing up in the situation. Overall, this is like behind the scenes. This is what's underneath. But this is how you're showing up to the outer world, to the people in your situation. This is how you're showing up, but this is like what's bubbling up underneath, or like why you're showing up this way. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and flip the cards. Okay, so you got the Emperor in reverse. Okay, you got the 6 of Wands upright with the Strength card. Now when I was shuffling, these two came out together, so I just felt like it was meant to go together. And then you also got the Page of Pentacles. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sit with this energy for a moment. You just stay put and I'll be right back with you. Okay, pile number 1. This is actually really cute energy. I think, let me just scoot up my chair so I can get real up and close and personal with you. Yeah, this is like really, this is cute energy. I like this. So how you're coming up as the storyteller. So it's a little chilly in here. I have like the urge to like pull up my sleeves and get cozy with you all. But yes, so the storyteller, the light attribute, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Okay, so that came up upright for you, so we're going to read the light attribute version, or the light attribute side of things. For your card, you got vanadinite. Okay, this is what it looks like, period. All right, is this recording? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so this is what she looks like. What is it? playful, geometric, and fiery. Vanadinite, a mining byproduct often sourced from America's Southwest, forms in orange to red hexagonal shaped crystals when lead or oxidizes. Okay. Who needs it? Those lacking self-discipline. Yo. That's okay, wait. Many things are coming to me. But let me just reel it in and finish this. But where to put it? Vanadinite has a high lead content, so definitely not in your mouth. Okay. When to use it? When it's time to live in the moment. When you are the prime audience for a motivational speech, whether it's hard work, making art, or just a blissed out moment free from the mind's ongoing commentary. An energizing meditation with Vanadinite can help knock down whatever stands between you and your happy place. Break through your big blocks. Okay. So how you're coming up in a situation, or how you're showing up in the situation right now, I see you as, or I'm seeing you as someone who you may have some insecurities, okay? And I say insecurities because you're showing up as the Emperor in reverse to the Six of Wands upright, which is fantastic, right? But which is all about celebration and being victorious. The Emperor in reverse is all about, I mean, the Emperor upright is, he's the king, right? He's the Emperor, he's the boss. He's the ultimate boss. He's the King of Kings. He's the masculine energy. He's confident. He is kind. He is wise. He is the Emperor. Okay. But reversed, he's not confident. He's not those things. Just not feeling like the man. And that's from before, right? So currently, or like overarchingly, you are showing up victorious in your situation, or you're trying to be victorious, but there's still that underlying lack of confidence here. So with that being said, and maybe that comes from, and that's why I said yo, because I said who needs it? Those lacking self-discipline. The strength could also, the Emperor in reverse could also mean having a lack of discipline. And maybe, you're victorious right now. But there's still that underlying theme of the Emperor in reverse, the strength in reverse. It's kind of synonymous to me, these two cards, in a way. So, but you're staying hopeful, you're staying positive, you are successful in the situation. You're doing all right, because I think you're doing all right because of this energy here with the playful, the storyteller. This person's having a grand old time. This person's sitting here reading a book, singing songs. There's like music notes coming out. She has like freaking this big old yellow hat and flowers in her hair. Like she's just coming up with all the ideas, and wow, right? So full of life, full of optimism, I would say. A lot of optimism. And I want to just harp on optimism, because we also see this yellow hat covering her crown, covering her head. So she's staying optimistic, or she's creating stories. She's full of ideas. And we see here the Page of Pentacles also surrounded by yellow, and yellow in the tarot also has to do with optimism and things like that. So holding up this big yellow pentacle. So though you might have failed in the past, you might not have been successful in the past, you're trying now with this storyteller light attribute, trying to be positive. And you might be in this position, when maybe you are the prime audience for a motivational speech. Maybe you are trying to come up, from this lesser or lower energy, trying to be successful. And so you're coming up with something small, like, look, I'm not the big man, but I'm going to stay positive. Okay. I'm going to try my best, and I'm going to come up with something small, but it's what I got. All right. I got Mariah Carey. I'm going to do the best I can with what I got. Boom, 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 boom. That is the energy that I'm getting there. And so I just touched these cards. I wasn't going to pull any clarifiers because I feel like I didn't need any for this pile, but these cards just started moving on me, or I just moved the cards. And so I'll get a couple of these too. But okay, I'm gonna shuffle these. These are so pretty, by the way. These are some of my favorite cards. They are stunning. Okay, I'm just gonna flip one over so you can see the artwork. Like, what? Look at that artwork. Oh, uh-oh. Nudity. Oh no. Please don't flag me. YouTube, I'll show this one instead. Look at how stunning the card is. But wow, they're so slippery. So I'm actually gonna shuffle them like close to my lap, just in case they do fall. I can catch it using my body as like a bumper. Okay. Yeah, these cards are so freaking slippery. But I'm just gonna pull maybe two, maybe one. Queen of Swords. Okay, yeah, so the Queen of Swords also gives me like storyteller vibes of it. I mean, she is the Queen of Swords, she's the Queen of Communication and all that. So I think through your positive communication, through your positive mindset, maybe it would help even to say like positive affirmations, like create the story in your head. You know, create the story, the positive story that you want the outcome to be, and say it out loud. Like proclaim it. Like the Queen of Swords looks like she's proclaiming something, and the storyteller kind of has the same kind of, like, you see how the Queen of Swords has her hand out and she's like she's saying her speech and she's being the Queen of Swords, and this person is being the storyteller and they have their hand out. You know, it's kind of, it's giving that similar energy to me. But the Queen of Swords really just solidified, like maybe doing it in a what's the word, in like a affirmation type of way, like a serious way. Don't just tell your positive stories, like actually say it in a serious way, to get to your happy place. So yeah, knock down whatever stands between you and your happy place, break through your big blocks. So maybe verbal affirmations or throat chakra stuff would work for you in your situation. But okay, pile number one, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that resonates. If it does, like I said earlier, please comment down below how it applies to you. I would honestly love to know, because I'm just here reading the cards. So I would love to know like your situation and how it applies to you for sure. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and cleanse the space and get ready for pile number two. Honk on the horn. Welcome, pile number two, to your reading. This is what we got so far. I just wanted to start off by saying this card in particular wanted to come out so bad in pile number one. I saw her many times trying to pop out, and so I love the fact that it came out for this reading, because it's like I love me a stubborn card. I love when the energy is like, listen girl, I need to be seen. So you will be seen. But let's go ahead and flip everything over and get started. So for this crystal that wants so much attention, this is Danburite. Turn on your electric light. We'll read more about that in a minute. Okay, so you got the Devil in reverse. Oh, girly. Or boy. Baby boy. Whatever you identify as. And oh, the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Oh. Okay. And then for your okay, bottom of the deck energy, you have the Seven of Wands upright. Okay. So let's go ahead and I'll push that up a little bit. Let's go ahead and read your cards. So how you're showing up in the situation. Also, I'm like, it's like really chilly in here, so I'm like, you know, getting like cozy with you. Okay, got my little Debbie Ryan thing going on. But it's, and I said Debbie Ryan because of like the awkward girl, like, you know, the awkward girls, because they're always like pulling up their sleeves like this, and they're like whispering when they talk, right? That's the energy that I'm trying to channel right now. No, I'm kidding. All right, so for your archetype cards, so how you're showing up in the situation, unfortunately, you got the gossip card reversed. So, and this reminds me of like Edward Cullen. Like, this looks like a vampire to me. But the gossip card in reverse, the shadow attribute, says that it thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. So yeah, you're kind of showing up as like a gossip a little bit. Hold on. Betraying confidences, secret information, passing on private information. So, okay. That's okay. Let's see. Danburite, what it is, like the beta blockers in grandma's medicine cabinet. Danburite's twinkling effervescent energy takes the edge off with its serious feel-good vibes. Who needs it? Emos, goths, buttoned up white-collar stress cases. Where to put it? Wherever you want to do some elevated thinking, feeling, dreaming, and being. When to use it? When the daily grind has you ground into the pavement. Yeah, this is you right now, baby. When you lack... What? When you feel like launching into space but lack astronaut training, vibing with Danburite can help divert your busy mind away from its pesky physics-ruled orientation. There's somewhere else out there. Flip on the high beams and explore. So right now, you know, look, my hands are sweating. Okay. Sweating on the cards. I'm getting sweaty. You know, right now, pile number 2, you are coming up as a gossip. You're coming up as a gossip right now. But I don't think you're in your highest vibration currently, just in general. So I can understand why you might be doing lower vibrational things, because you are in a lower vibrational state right now, and it's not because you're not trying hard. Oh, yeah, it's not because you're not like working hard. You fought really hard to get out of this devil situation. You freed yourself from something really, really toxic. You worked really hard. Okay, you were defending yourself. You are working hard. You're just not coming up in the best light right now, but you're not a bad person. Okay, so you might be gossiping, you might be, you know, falling into negative talk or negative conversation and just not being the most positive in conversation. Okay, or you might be falling into gossip or being around people that are kind of gossipy or doing more lower vibrational things. But honestly, with what you just went through, you just really freed yourself from something really, really toxic. And unfortunately, you're still dealing with the anxiety from that. Right now, I see you filled with anxiety. Yeah, stress cases. Let me see. When the daily grind has you ground into the pavement. Okay, you just freed yourself from that. But now this is you. You're burnt. I'm not gonna say burnt out, but you're just like stressed and overwhelmed. You want to launch yourself into space. Okay, and maybe that's manifesting in your material world right now with the gossip, with the lack of stability, with you know, maybe you're coming off King of Pentacles is a really grounded person, and so now you're maybe coming off as not so grounded. This might, like I said, this might be manifesting in your material. Kudos to you and congratulations to you for breaking free from this. Unfortunately, you are still dealing with the anxiety and the scars from this still, and it is manifesting in your reality. You might be getting involved in less than positive conversations. You might be less than positive in general right now. And again, like I said, it might be manifesting in your physical, material world. There's somewhere else out there. Flip on the high beams and explore. when you feel like launching into space but lack, can help divert a busy mind away from its pesky physics ruled orientation. So yeah, like you're just divert your busy mind away from its pesky physics ruled orientation. I see that here. This would be a really good card for you to, I mean, this would be a really good crystal for you to get to meditate with. But just to clear up that space, yeah. And like, again, this is the emos, the goths. Like, you're emo right now. You're feeling so emo right now. I'm sorry, baby girl or baby boy or whoever, whatever you are, if you even are. Okay, I just finished reading the Gita from my friends recommended it to me, and that was one of the things. It's like, we're not living or dead. So girly pop, baby boy, they, them, if you even are a thing, if you're not a thing, because we both are and aren't at the same time, right? Let me stop that. For you, honestly, I'm gonna go get you a I'm gonna get an advice card. I'm gonna pull a Starseed Oracle because I feel like that could help you in this situation. So give me a moment. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink, and then I'm gonna pull you a Starseed Oracle, and that will be your reading, my loves. She's still recording? She is. I didn't feel the need to pull clarifiers from this deck, but this is one of my favorite decks. It's so slippery though, but I just wanted to show you the card, show you the details. Like, look how pretty that is, right? I didn't feel the need to pull any clarifiers, like I said, but I just wanted to show you those cards. But yes, this is the Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. Love her. But I'm just gonna go ahead and pull you one of these because it leaves you off with a really good question at the end of each card. And I feel like there might be something here that could be beneficial to you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let me see. This card is calling to me. There's a ton going on in the astral right now. It says for pile one, so I'll say it here. Happy last day of February, happy last day of Black History Month. I didn't say this in pile one, but also happy Lunar New Year. There's a lot going on right now just within the cosmos. I know like 5 planets are lined up, I think today. We're in between 2 eclipses. It's a lot. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or like you're going through a big transitional change, I would look into the astros as well, see what's going on. But okay. All right. The Great Softening. Mars energy, anger, conflict. I'm sorry, the Great Softening. Well, I said softening. The Great Severing. The Great Severing. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. You might be going through a dark night of the soul. All right. I'm just thinking because the Great Severing, yes, definitely a Great Severing with the devil. And you're going through it right now. You had to cut that off. You had to let it go. Maybe it was a toxic ex. Maybe it was a toxic job. And yeah, it's causing you a lot of stress. And you're like, oh, should I have done that? Should I have done that? You know, and maybe, you know, maybe because you had to leave this toxic situation, it's causing you a lot of anxiety. But you know, maybe because you left the ex, you also had to lose your apartment. Or because you left the job, you had to lose your apartment. Or because you broke the lease to your toxic apartment, you lost the apartment. Or whatever, you know, and now you're having anxiety. You might be going through a dark night of the soul. Definitely with the emos and the goths. It's giving, cut my life into pieces. But let's see, the Great Severing. This is alphabetical, so let's make our way on down. The Golden, R's after O. The Great Severing. All right, let's read it. This is a shadow card. Yeah, Dark Night of the Soul. One that may feel confrontational. Don't be afraid. It's here to bring up the surface anything that's standing in the way of letting love in. The warring planet of Mars is our constant reminder that it's important to soften, forgive, and find our way back to love, or just back to stability, okay? Yeah, maybe you're even back to love. Stop talking ish. Stop talking ish. I know you're going through it, but stop talking ish to your peoples, because you're coming off as a gossip right now. But there are many things in the human experience that make it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to the never-ending source of love. We're all wounded. Wounded. Dang. Dang. I'm gonna hold this up. Dang, you've been putting up a good fight. Dang, you've been fighting. Heavy on the wounded. We're all wounded, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. It can feel like a never-ending dance we can never escape. If we aren't careful, before long, we'll see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, fear and anxiety roam free. Fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, it could be for two reasons. Firstly, for you to acknowledge difficult emotions, situations, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. And secondly, for you to find your way back to love. When we're hurt, it's normal to close off our heart to the world, to let the painful experience confirm the agony of separation in earthly life. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. When fear, anxiety, and paranoia paralyze you, it's normal to want to hide away from others in the world. Come out of your cave and soften your heart anyway. We're all innocent children spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourself. How are you cutting yourself off from love? How can you soften toward those who have hurt you? That, pile number 2, was a poem in itself to you, I feel like. And I'm gonna leave that there because I feel like that there's nothing else I have to say. Mic drop on that. I do pray for you. I pray this energy lightens. I do. And it will. You're going through it right now, love. But you will come out on the other side, I promise. Not to leave it on a cheesy note, but I am acknowledging you for going through the situation, and I want you to know that you are seen. But just stop talking ish. I see you, baby. I see you going through the situation, but that doesn't give you the right to be negative or talking ish, or, you know, just don't fall into that lesser. It's easy and it's understandable with your situation, but don't fall into that lower energy, please. Okay? With that being said, I will leave you here. Thank you, pile number 2, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.